Alright, am I live? Question number 1. Light is green, everything is good. I'm just gonna run under the assumption I am live. So, hello there everyone, Daedric Diamond here, and welcome to another episode of Star Trek Starfleet Command 2, or Ship Game as it sometimes gets called. Now, originally I did have something else planned, but however, due to that particular guest having things that he wanted to sort out and not exactly having another guest I could have had on, I kind of defaulted to my backup game, which tends to be, well, this game. So, furthermore, I guess we're gonna do some more Klingons, and we're going to try and achieve the dreams of General Chang. Otherwise, I guess in part due to the fact of me being late was because I found out that apparently on Duolingo, Klingon is a language. Which got me thinking, I've been struggling to come up with a 400 special for a while now. I know at one point I said it'd probably be the beach episode, but honestly I am having trouble on how I would go about a beach ASMR. Alternatively, now that I know of a certain thing, I might do Klingon, no joke, as a 400 special. But, for anyone watching this later, do let me know. Unless you're just logging in now and happen to have heard all that. Alright. With that being said, let's get to it. So we're against a light cruiser. Okay, it's pirate and origin. Everything's overloaded. I think I'm in what? A D6? It looks like a D7, but it's actually a class underneath. Meaning the weapons aren't as great. So, we're gonna begin. And work towards an actual real D7 and not this look-alike of a D7. Oh, hi! 2 light cruisers! Okay, so I'm outnumbered on terms of firepower. Maybe. What have you got? Let's not accidentally hit the self-destruct. Oh, yeah! Wait. Huh? Oh, I'm not alone. Okay. So, I guess the Lyrans are helping out, which is good. So I'll let the Lyrans in the back deal with the one up front. Actually, you know what? No, I don't want to be hit by that plasma torpedo. Why don't you tank the blow, Mr. Lyran Cruiser? I see, the pirates have a cloaking device. Why aren't you letting the Lyrans get destroyed first? I don't want to let them be completely destroyed, but I am going to let them tank the initial blow. By the way, welcome, welcome. I just learned that Klingon's apparently a language on Duolingo. So that's why I'm late, because I saw that and I was just like, I could learn Klingon. My god, imagine making VTuber friends and then hitting them with that. Unless they were Trekkie fans and could also speak the language. Which, I'm sure there's probably like 1 or 2 that could. Alright, so that guy's gonna be behind. Alright. Come on. Okay, so that auto system will do it. So, I don't have a lock. They're gonna do that shit where they just cloak on me. But yeah, I was just, for whatever reason, it's like, you know, I need to learn a little more Klingon besides Kaplach. Can you stop hitting me in the one spot that is poorly shielded? Okay, fine. You want to be my opponent? I'll humor you. Oh, wait, hang on. I need everything. There we go. That's fine. That is not fine. I forgot, I have... Here. My transporter is so short range, so I see you're in your Renamon Zorok persona. That's totally right. That's totally what this is. 2 of them! No! God! How? Fuck.
Stabilizing warp core.
I'm saying this now, I miss having plasma torpedoes. I swear, if I had plasma torpedoes, I could have ended this, like, quickly. Oh my god. Now I know why I've always hated Klingons. Their ships are literally ass.
Repairing warp engines.
Alright. Don't show the enemy your ass, that's what the Klingons are weak. Yeah, Klingons are very upfront and personal. If they hadn't destroyed their... See, the kind of weaponry that the Romulans have would fit the Klingons better. But instead, the Klingons have, like, disruptors and all that good stuff. See, Klingon weaponry is only as good for so long as it's right in front. The moment they get behind you, well, that's it. You're finished. You may as well run away.
Stabilizing warp core.
Oh god, this D6 is terrible. I have only regret. I guess I'll give it to the benefit that this is the early build of the D7, hence why it's called the D6, probably. Oh my god, please.
Stabilizing warp core.
Please. Never would I imagine a heavy cruiser struggling against a light cruiser, but here it is, it's happening. Only a Klingon ship would mess up this badly. My god, fine. I could do that too. Oh my god. I really... Here. There! I could do that too. I could do that too!
Repairing warp engines.
It's also funny how the pirates have Federation heavy class weapons. We know who's been supplying these terrorists. Yes, exactly. I think it's even said in description, too, that the Federation actually has been arming them. Well, if this is the D6, then to D7 is an upgrade, but this game doesn't really seem like it. Like I said, it's the earliest form of the D7, which they call the D6. It's an underpowered one. The D7 at least has, I think, one more heavy weapon here. Or at least... I can't remember what are in these spots, but I know there's things here. I just don't know if they're phasers additional or disruptors additional. I know the later variants have some really good weaponry that the Klingons just really need. There we go. Also, just because a ship is a light cruiser doesn't mean they can't win against a heavy. You'd be surprised. I mean, this isn't exactly Starfleet Command 3, but I think it was 3 when I've seen, like, frigates being able to take on a dreadnought and actually win. Just by simply being behind them. Made even sadder that it's Romulan dreadnoughts against Federation. But then again, when I played, I was able to do it regardless. The only exception was Borg, because Borg don't have a back. Then again, they don't even have shields either. Borg are very, very interesting. They're the one species that don't have shielding. They have armor. And if you manage to do enough damage to that armor, then you pretty much tear through and do hull damage. And I think that armor regenerates, too. Which I guess is fair, considering how everyone else's shielding can be fixed. Well, no, they do have a type of shielding. I have never seen Borg ships with shielding. But then again, they're already tough as is, and they already have some very powerful weaponry. I wasted that. It's just different from Federation shields. Or shielding as, I guess, it would be traditionally. Like, you have every... Oh, wait, no, hold on. They changed that in 3. It's only this side. These two would be combined. The back would stay, and this side would be combined. Oh my god. Yeah, right. No lock. Was that a thing in this game? Okay. I'm trying to remember. I know there was a special sensor that could allow you to lock onto ships regardless of cloak. Then again, cloaked worked very differently in 3, too. Are you serious? In the episode Best of Worlds Part 2, it showed a Federation shuttlecraft go through a type of Borg shields. It's been a while since I've seen the show, but I'm more going off the games than the show. The show obviously does things differently. Then again, another fun game would be Armada. I just need to get the game and actually get it to work. I played it in the past with Fleet Ops. Oh, okay then, yeah, games were a bit different. Yeah, see, that's the thing, I'm talking the games. I know the show, they definitely had shielding. They definitely had shielding in Armada. But then, I don't think the Borg were as armed in Armada than, say, in Starfleet Command. Armada is okay. Armada 2 is really good. Agreed, actually. Fleet Ops or not, both are good. The thing that was always fun to do, and always scary to be against, was the fusion cube, rather if it's armored or not. Though the armored one is definitely more scary. Though the only downside to it is it does take a lot of population cap. When you play Birth of the Federation, the Borg were beasts. Ha ha ha. I don't think I've ever played that. I think I've played base game and Fleet Ops. I need to make a GOG. I've been slacking on that. Is this ship ever gonna decloak? I swear. The ship has been in permanent cloak. It's been afraid to show itself. This is one of those Zim, it's afraid moments. Alright. I swear, if I go on my own mind, I'm going to be mad. Could I force him? Wait, hang on. Does it work when they're cloaked? I mean, I have a wild idea, since this is someone who does not want to... Okay, no. Oh my god. Cannot fire seeking weapons without lock on. This is going to be the longest battle, but the longest battle because... Even the Lyrans are getting tired of this. They're like, what is this bullshit? Oh, wrong one. Oh god. There we go. God damn it.
They have taken moderate damage.
Releasing mine.
There! God. Show yourself for the audience. Birth of the Federation's fun game. I recommend it. It's definitely... It's kind of like a builder type game. Will probably help see them. I don't have any more mines. You know, Lyrans, you do have one weapon that would be great against a cloaked vessel that also is good against missiles. Too bad you're not using it. Don't tell me you need a lock on a probe.
Probe launched, Commander.
No, that does nothing. You know what? Absolutely macaroni this. Come on. There has to be something I can do. Wasn't there? No. Wasn't there a way I can change my shuttle type? I remember that was a thing. There we go. Okay, no. Oh, I can't even... You know what? Maybe that'll work. Let's find out. Let's do the assault shuttle instead. It'll work similarly to the suicide shuttle, but instead, it'll put on Marines. It'll be like as if I used a transport. Oh, God. Please, ship. Reveal for yourself. Well, Lyran's still hitting it. That's true. I've been holding off because primarily my weaponry... Oh my god.
Assault shuttle standing by.
That's it. Oh my god. We are gonna potentially be here a while. Okay, well there's only one way to do this. Okay. Full stop. Turn around. Bring weapons to bear. Oh my god. Disruptors are so useless. I can see why they got downgraded to phasers for the Klingon. Oh, hi! There we go! It only took a while. Now, if the Klingon ships could actually shoot worth a damn... I know, right? I've gotten so used to being the Romulans. Just, God. If I had plasma torpedoes, I would have ended this like 5 minutes ago. I'm not joking. Anyone that has plasma torpedoes could have ended that battle very, very, very quickly. It's almost bonkers how long that took. Alright, so... Get everything because I had to use a good chunk. Actually, let's have a peek at the shipyard. Because I'm currently in what? A D... Oh god, I don't have enough. How can I not have enough? Okay, I could do a scan. Have you ever played Stellaris? I've streamed Stellaris, but god dang, I think the last time I streamed it, I had, like... I was frustrated because I think some, like... A small little nation of dwarves somehow managed to kick my ass. Yes, spacefaring dwarves. Birth of the Federation is kind of like that. Oh no, I don't trust
Crew to stations.
this ship for combat against another heavy cruiser. I'm sorry, we're changing tactics. That tactic is, we're gonna scan, and then we're gonna run. Because no one ever said we had to stay and fight. But it's not independent, though. It don't matter. It don't matter. We just need to get close enough to scan it. I think I'll lower the game speed when I'm... Okay. Deep
Scanners
scan this planet, so that way... Oh my god, I'm gonna have to orbit this, aren't I? Klingons. No, I mean, Birth of the Federation is as independent as Stellaris. Ah. That I wouldn't know. Beginning scan. Okay, scan. In depth, in depth. We have come for the planetary data that we need. Alright. Oh, okay, I know what you mean now. Sorry, it had to take a moment. I see what you mean. It's not as in-depth. Gotcha, gotcha. Okay. We're getting out. Absolutely forget this battle. We don't have to deep scan anymore. We can run. Bangs head on desk. Yeah, that was kind of my moment, where I was just like, oh, we got there in the end. Yes, it's all that matters. It was figured out in the end. It's all that matters. Let's get out of here before that cruiser decides to make a ass of itself.
Execute.
Mission incomplete. I deep scanned. What, you want me to destroy the ship too while I'm at it? How dare you not engage? Hello, I am at work right now with a question. What would you like to do, Buckshot? Okay, so victory. Oh, but it's a defeat. Okay, anyways. To answer that question, well, I guess if it wouldn't be tonight, I'd have to find a day, Panda, when we're both not working. But otherwise, I'd be down. I'd be down. At some point. Stream. 2. Save. Map. Go here. A distress oh god. How is that a defeat? Is it because you were supposed to kill I don't know. Sometimes the mission objectives are just bonkers. You do one thing, and then the game wants you to do
Battle stations.
another. Uh-oh. Hang on, I'm coming. Just last longer than 5 seconds. Check on ships and see what the D7C is. How strong it is. Alright, I will do that after this mission. Presuming I don't fail it, because it's a bird of prey, and bird of preys, may as well be made out of toilet paper. But it does have the ability to cloak, so that at least should preserve it. All you have to do there, bird of prey, is last long enough for me to at least be a target. That's right, I said for me to be a target. Uh-oh, blue missiles. That means the missiles are getting faster, so... Alright, here I am. I'm a firing... nothing useful. Is that a Federation or Hydrant? I believe it could be Federation, which it's Federation. But sometimes these can also be pirate vessels, too. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, they did a smart thing. Okay. Okay. That was actually a smart move. They used the Wild Weasel, which should absorb enemy fire. Which I have never seen the AI actually do. Pirate ship. Is that a freighter? That is a freighter. Since when does blue mean fast? Sonic. Well, it's because the blue missiles are faster than the red, and the only thing faster than the blue is the purple. With freaking weapons like that. Yeah! That's probably its hitting power. It's the missiles. There's actually a species whose whole shtick is nothing but missiles.
They have taken light damage.
Oh god. You know what? All Marines. We're catching this thing. We're gonna end this fight without prolonging it. 4 Klingon warriors against 2 Federation Marines. I think they're gonna win. Unless they got Chuck Norris on there. Alright. 4 against 1. I like these odds. That'd be cool if you could actually use the ships that you capture. I wish. I've been wanting something like that. If they ever made a mod, I would get that. Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee. Well, if that was Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee, they just lost. But imagine, Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee repel a whole boarding party of Klingons.
We have control.
Exactly. Send more. It's good enough. We have the ship. It's all that matters. It took longer, but imagine what would have happened if we just gone for destruction. No, red mean firing something is going so fast that it creates fire, or heat. Alright, well, let's go back. Let's resupply. Aha. Okay. Aha. Okay, so now we're at that point where the missiles are now getting better. I think it's because I'm in the middle tier now. The Stardate's probably gonna start throwing out some better stuff. I'm gonna exit for a moment so I can view the ships. Because I think for the moment I have... Trying to remember, there's a specific kind of D6 I have. I think this is the one. No. No, this is the one I've got. I think it's just a regular old D6. D7C is what we last saw. Alright, so... that would be a command battlecruiser. Not gonna lie, that's upgraded. That would be a decent build to have. You know, this one would be good too. Yes, the disruptors are gone, but it has... is that 5 photon torpedoes? Oh, command battlecruisers suck. Check the one before it. Alright, so... That's just the regular battle cruiser. Okay, what's the difference between the two? The command one tends to be slightly better than the standard. Hmm. Seven transports, 3 tractors, shuttles, freighters. Aha. A little more missile shooting down or anti-missile capability. Not that much better than the D7B. This command... This one is tempting, just because of the photon torpedoes. I'm presuming the carrier is the one that's got fighters. Okay. What was the one after that? The one after this one is the carrier, which is the thing that would have fighters on it. So it would be like the Hydran ships, effectively. I've never really used the Mauler. I know the Mauler is that weapon that the Klingons and the Romulans have. I think I've seen it in use, though. It seems a decent weapon. Despite the battleships don't use them. Well, I gotta definitely say, I'm not a fan of the D6B, which I think is what I'm currently rolling at the moment. It's a heavy cruiser, but it's not a good heavy cruiser. It's that sort of... Yes, I outclass you, but against any other proper heavy cruiser, I'm just trash. I'm just something above a light cruiser, but not a real heavy cruiser. If they had a classification of medium cruiser, I'd call it that. This would be slightly better. That's the command. Oh, okay. I think we've gone through everything, so... A D6 smaller looks even worse. I don't know how good the Mauler is, so I wouldn't know if it'd be worth the downgrade, but the shielding sucks. This one definitely looks like it would be an interesting tryout. So, I'm gonna try to do well to remember that. Matter of fact, in case I do encounter it, I'm gonna do this. Just so I don't forget it. That's like what? D7-1? I'm gonna put that classification there as like a sort of a note to myself. So I don't forget it. And then watch, chat's gonna fill up. Alright. Low tier Dreadnought? Have they even introduced Dreadnoughts yet? Okay. So, low tier, I think the lowest of tier we have is a C8, which, for what this is good. It's a good start. It'd be like a battlecruiser. Actually. Is the C9 outclassed by the C8? In some ways, yes. In other ways, no. I think the C-88's the best. For the moment. They haven't introduced the battleship stuff yet. So, it's probably gonna be a while. Alright, anyway. Believe... this was the file. Alright, so... wait. Did I get the wrong file? I think I did. Yeah, that looks wrong. This is the one I want. So what do they have in the shipyard? Because I definitely want to try out the D7 one. Because that looks like a fun one to have. Well, there's that D6 Mauler, but I don't want that D6 Mauler. And I'm gonna avoid nebulas, because if I go into a nebula, I feel like I'm just gonna get wrecked. Alright, here we go. Perfect. We're gonna cut into Federation space a little bit. Still rocking the same ship.
Battle station.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be that way for a little longer. I don't have the prestige to upgrade yet. Trust me though, I do want to rock a different ship. At least for what this is, it can take out freighters, frigates, and light cruisers. Provided that light cruiser isn't armed to the teeth. You do some home patrols first before buying a new ship. That could have been a good move too. Right now, I am going to cut a little bit into Federation territory. I'm going to achieve what General Chang always wanted, which was the destruction of the Federation, though I'm going to do it piece by piece by piece by piece. Whereas he, on the other hand, I believe he had this whole grand campaign strategy to do it. As was shown in Klingon Academy, but of course that plan got interrupted because Civil War happened. If memory serves me best. I don't know why, I like the Hydrogen ships. I am a fan of the Romulans. Hands down, they are my favorite in this game. I just like the design of the Romulan ships, and yeah, while they might be weaker, at least in terms of hulls, they are way more powerful in terms of weaponry. If I had to have a second favorite, it probably would be the Lyrans, and then after the Lyrans, it would finally be the Federation. No offense to the Klingons. They probably are an interesting play, I'll say. But they just suck. Like, again, if I were rolling plasma torpedoes, I probably would have already damaged this ship by now. Way more than I probably am doing right now. Gorn had one good-looking ship, but some good weapons. They have good weapons, it's just their ships are... Are you holding me in place? You think that's gonna work? Oh god. Well...
Initiate rapid maneuvering. Action.
Oh. Okay.
We have taken light damage.
There we go. This freighter is trying really hard. You know what? No. Pass me. Well, apparently it did work. High energy turns are... They're a risk assessment. Sometimes they work. It's like a 60 to 40. It also would depend upon the officer's skill, too. And, of course, it tells you here. I think as long as I don't do too many. Okay. Go ahead. D7-1. Thank you for reminding me. Alright, I want to hit him. Never mind, he's gonna show me. Never mind, he is gonna show me a bad spot. I'm at least glad the missiles, when they get exploded, don't hurt me. Alright. These transport ranges are terrible, but it is what it is. But I guess since I have a bit of an audience, I'll ask this now, because I brought this up at the beginning, but I've been having a hard time thinking of a 400 special. I did see Klingon was a language to learn, believe it or not. Would anyone be interested in that as a 400 special, or should I keep thinking of something until I can come up with something better? And I ask because I've been meaning to do a 400 special, but I've been very stuck on what to do. My brain is still determining if that idea of the beach ASMR is a good idea, or if I should perhaps reconsider and think of something else. I'd say put a pin in that thought, but continue brainstorming. That's kind of what I've done. I'm not gonna say it's a bad idea, I just wouldn't know if it'd be a good 400 special. I mean, then again, the other idea could also be something I do down the line as well. I know I had the latest Doom as sort of a special, but I wanted to do that upon release day. Alright, here we go.
In a burning wreck.
Alright, you know what? So that way this doesn't have to be prolonged. We're gonna catch this. As I feel as I'm going right now. Did that just turn into a 3 and then go back to 4? Did someone turn code? Ow, yes, I know you shot me, but did someone on your ship turn code? Saving the Anime Beach episode with all your friends for the 500 subs, right? I've been debating it as a 400, but I could push it to 500. I mean, it probably would be something better done with friends, if I could
The ship
get
is
those
ours,
friends.
Commander.
Thank you. Does Duolingo have Romulan? I know it has Klingon. But does it even have Romulan? I am genuinely curious now. I'm gonna look this up before I hit continue. Like I said, I'm aware of Klingon, but I am not certain about... maybe later. God. Oh god, you can learn math on Duolingo? Okay, High Valerian. I don't know what that is. Latin, that is definitely interesting. But no. Only on... okay. So yeah, like I said, Klingon as a language on Duolingo. I was surprised. Well, I got mixed feelings on it. On one hand, I'm just like, what a nerdy language to learn. On the flip, I'm tempted to learn it so that way when I make some new VTubing friends, I could one day speak that language and they'll all just look at me and be like, Daedric, what do you mean? And then sound like the villain I always wanted to be. Alright, can I afford anything? Can I even afford the ship I want? Hi, there's the T now. The T was new. 3. What is T? T is fascinating. Because I'm guessing some stardates must have passed, so... DT. Oh, that's a T! Okay, I thought that was a 1. Okay, that is a T. That's the thing I want. So I need to load that back up, grab that right away, swap to that ship. Orion is what called Romulan language. Panda is speaking in Pi. Oh my god, Panda. Panda, why? Panda, why? That's a very sus language to know, Panda. There are very few things that are sus to know. Alright. Yoink. Supply. Trade that in. Alright, I need a new ship name. That's it. You are the IKV... blah blah blah. IKV Skaven. Until someone can come up with a better name for a ship. Done. Alright. With that being said, we're cutting back into Federation territory. Ooh, the surprise reverse. I think I found a place to lure right here in Romulan Canyon called it Ass Bandits. Alright, here we go.
Battle stations!
Overload those. Hi! I don't want to fight this anymore. That is a dangerous ship. Why is there a dreadnought here? Furthermore, why is there a heavy cruiser? Alright, let's get close. Maybe I don't want to be too close. Oh god. Why did I think photon torpedoes were a good idea?
Taken light damage.
Okay. Okay, we are so doomed if that ship starts moving. Oh god. Just keep firing photon torpedoes. You don't understand. Why aren't they doing anything? Because it's the surprise reversed. Meaning they're gonna sit there for a bit. I mean, that probably would be better, but the problem is that ship probably has more crew than I do. Oh god. Okay.
They're almost crippled.
Oh god. Alright, well,
Crew to stations.
get ready to go to yellow alert. Pick up speed. We need to get away. Ow. Maybe you can capture the smaller one. But we're Klingons. We're also not dumb either. Today may be a good day to die, but we're gonna do the intelligent thing and run instead. We're outnumbered 5-1. At least that dreadnought is crippled, so... At the very least, it's better than, well, nothing. I crippled the dreadnought. At least that's
Initiate
something.
war.
Yes, this mission isn't complete, but we at least damaged the dang thing. Well, I meant before the battle actually started. Maybe next time, attempt to capture the smaller ship. Or maybe I just don't do the surprise reverse with the kind of ships they're throwing out. You know what? It's a little bit of prestige gained. Oh god, scan. We're scanning again. It's fine.
Shields to attack standard. Weapons preheat.
Alright, what are we against? I have photon torpedoes. I'm literally a Federation ship in a Klingon one. At least torpedoes sometimes land their hits. Unlike disruptors that seem to miss quite often. Alright, so I don't see any ships, so I'm presuming it's just me for the moment. Maybe the disruptors are more for point defense. That would be funny, but I'm imagining the answer to that's
Scanners
not
off.
really, and it's just more... They're meant to be a quick charge weapon. Like, overloading them might give a little extra punch. But overall, probably not the best weapon for offense. Alright, well, I don't see any enemy ships. Oh, our mission is complete. You know, now that I think about the D7, in this game, it's considered a heavy cruiser, but in the next game, it's considered a light. Talk about a class drop. But at least you could build upon that in the next game, so... Scan for the Empire, that's right. We will still achieve the dream of General Chang. It's just gonna take me a
Shields to attack
while.
standard. Weapons preheat.
We will invade Federation space. We will make our way to Earth. Maybe not this stream, but we'll get there. Alright, who's
Road
that?
Coast, Commander.
Or rather, what is that? I recognize this ship. It's the ship that Khan you... Oh, fuck. Point defenses. Prepare me for defensive tracker moves. Cook this game speed to 7. Okay. The Miranda Light Cruiser. Well, Starfleet Command 3 is basically TNG era, so the D7 is already 100 plus years old design. That is true. It's an older ship. Ow.
Starboard front shield down.
You know, now that I think about it, the Miranda shows up in TNG, but it's, I think, still considered a light cruiser, despite the fact that thing is still pretty old as well. Though they might have a more up-to-date version of it, so that's probably why. Would it help if I sent you guys to proximity? Yes, it'll be less damage. However, comma, period, it will also allow me to at least do something. Both Miranda and Excelsior designs are also 80 plus years old. I mean, fair enough, but those are still some pretty dang older ships. By the point that the next generation happens. Thank you, point defenses. I like how you did that for me. Okay.
High energy turn.
Please, and thank you. Alright. Bringing weapons to bear. Oh. So that does absolutely nothing. I am not liking the fact how I'm getting my rear end handed by a Miranda cruiser. Just with a few phasers and missiles. Oh god. I am so glad I turned that on. If I had not had that on, I probably would not be in a very good spot, and I probably would be getting wrecked. Right about now. Okay, well, that happened.
Stabilizing warp core.
Okay, that's why are you so bad with shielding? Okay, fine.
Mine deployed. Releasing mine. Mine deployed. Releasing mine.
Oh my god. Federation. Air! Oh my god. Wow. I am getting humbled by a Miranda class. I don't know if I want to feel embarrassed or just really say that the Klingons are bad in ship-to-ship combat. Okay. Well, remember, Federation has excellent shields. I'm very well aware. That's what I try to remember every time when I go against the Federation. They are good on the defense. Their whole shtick is, okay, yeah, our weapons may be in certain spots, but we're going to make up for it with shielding. Klingons, on the other hand, their big shtick is, we're gonna put all our weapons on the front, and if we get passed by, oh well, that's just how it goes. A warrior accepts the fact he's gonna have a dagger in his back. It has 6 phaser banks, 6 missiles, and 2 other, I'm not sure. What would probably help is reinforcing this, which is something I've not been doing. Okay. Make for me one of those. I think that's a heavy light cruiser. No, it's a missile battery. Its big shtick is missiles. Because I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, effectively 6 missile banks. That thing is all about the missiles. My unfortunate thing is that the photon torpedoes that are on the ship just keep missing. They're like the disruptors, but god, a lot worse. Probably not helping is the fact I have them set to overload. And they just keep peppering me with that, and I haven't been able to land some decent hints of my own. Then again, I've not been spamming my phasers, because I'm also trying to play it so cautiously. I know what I ideally would like to do, the issue being a missile boat. Yeah, effectively, it's a missile boat. Alright.
Suicide shuttle ready.
It's time to do the one thing. I probably should have gotten closer, but that's fine. It's fine. Open fire, all weapons. We're gonna start turning ourselves around. I think that Miranda class is trying to heal up. Okay. And that's been my problem. Ow. That has been my issue.
Repairing warp engines.
The photon torpedoes I've been trying to rely on are not that great. Take torpedoes out of overload. Yeah, at this point, they may as well just be normal. As much as I want to do the extra damage, I just don't think that's a very
Suicide shuttle ready.
useful application for what I'm looking to do here. God, as much as I really want to do that. Alright, they're gonna come... Well, they're not coming right at me like I thought they would. Need more chance of the attack, though, of doing heavier damage. I feel like I would do more damage if I was closer. Quantity versus quality. I think also in my case, I have more, but I'm just not... Yeah, alright, I see what you're getting at. I could also just say it as attacking sooner, rather than holding off for the heavier punch. I need the punches now, rather than later. Honestly, I'm starting to miss my old D6 a bit. But the thing is if I can land with those torpedoes, they will do more damage than disruptors. Just the thing is I keep missing. Oh my god. You know, this is embarrassing. I say this is embarrassing because I remember the very first stream, or was it a video I did? I can't remember. But I was playing the Hydrants, I had the Hellborse, and I was just like, alright, time to finish you off. And I missed at point blank with a Hellborse. And I just remember thinking to myself, that's just embarrassing. That is that sentiment all over again. Every Klingon captain, you miss my older ship. Yup. Oh my god. I see why they give me a lot of phases. Oh my god. You know, at this point... Oh, but that one hits. Think that's a lot of gore and heavy cruisers, baby. A lot of... Anyone who's plasma armed could have had this fight over in the matter of minutes. I am not joking.
Stabilizing warp core.
This whole sequence has already made me miss plasma torpedoes. You want to know the funny thing? The Bismarck class of the Federation has a plasma torpedo. Although, be it's an F, it would still be way better than most of the other armaments it has.
Stabilizing warp core.
You know, I don't even wonder how... Picture a rectangle with phasers all over, wonderful firing arcs. You know, if I need the firing arcs, there is this option, which shows me what can be fired from which direction. It's just the problem is, Klingon gunnery is about as good as droid gunnery. The fact that I have just compared the Klingon to the what is it? The CIS or is it CSI? I can't remember its pronunciation. But effectively, the droids from Star Wars, Attack of the Clones, is pretty damn sad. Okay, so it's CIS, gotcha. Still, when it comes to shooting their weapons, the Klingons may as well be like the droids. That's probably the reason why they do better in melee combat. Why they're up close and personal. They shoot anything, they miss. So they just gotta get up close and just start whacking at it. Ow.
Forward left shield collapse.
There we go. Now I'm doing some damage.
We have taken light damage.
No, the CIS droids had good shooting. It's the Imperial Stormtroopers. I'm gonna debate that. But I will give one thing that the CIS does get right. There's super battle droids and the droid destroyers. Those things can shoot, but like the B1s, no, forget those. Those are cannon fodder. But the super droids and the droid destroyers, yeah, those things can shoot. But not the B1s. The B1s may as well be even worse than stormtroopers. So I feel like the Klingon ship seems like they don't have strong phasers, even for being forward heavy. I think my issue, like I said, is I'm just not playing on that, and I think what's not helping is I keep missing my photon torpedoes, like, quite literally. If anyone has been paying attention to how many photons I fired, please do let me know on how many times I fired those things and missed. I'm not joking. I feel like 90% of the time, they've been terrible. And you want to hear the sad thing? The Federation's battleship is literally loaded with these things. They have to shoot so many photon torpedoes to make up for their lack of accuracy. I swear, it's like the Katusha artillery piece in space. If you couldn't get them with accuracy, get them with numbers. There you go. There's your quantity versus quality. Whereas at least, again, with the Romulan ships, they have the heavier torpedoes that hit. And you can have it hit all the shields equally, so even if you don't do hull damage, you'll have the shields knocked out, and all you have to do is just phaser them to death. So far, I think you fired at least 16 times and maybe hit with 2. I'm gonna debate that and say hit with, like, a half. That have to be 1 torpedo missed, but 1 torpedo hit, and that was from the back. I mean, do you have to get in close to use them? That's what I figured, though I always see the AI use photon torpedoes like they're artillery. You know, let's put that theory to the test. Why not? Let's get close. This Federation ship's not exactly 100% fighting back effectively, but then I'm not really fighting back effectively either. Honestly, I could probably do this. It'd be okay. Okay, come on. There we go. My god. Of course. Alright, well, I guess that kind of answers the question. I don't think it really matters on how close I am. I could be close or be a distance, and I feel it's just luck if those things land. That torpedo hit. Well, it did not hit in the way I hoped it would. This has been effectively a crap shootout, and who could hit their crap first. I think the thing is that Federation ship is probably out of missiles, which is why it's just been pounding me with phasers with some success. Meanwhile, here I am, just everything that I can. My god.
Stabilizing warp core.
For a faction that is front heavy, you are definitely poor. Riker, can you get me a rock to fling at them? I don't remember which Star Trek movie it is, but I remember, like, a beer bottle being launched at a ship at the very beginning of the movie. I'm starting to think that would be more effective than any of this. I'm not joking. That beer bottle, let me tell you, that's probably the real damager. Alright, Federation, you wanna fight? I'll fight. I'ma throw out beer bottles. That's how we win. We'll unleash the power of Rollin' Rock. That was Star Trek 7 Generations. Used a Y model to break the Enterprise B. Ah. Wait. Wasn't it the... Was it B? I thought it was E. The Sovereign class is what I'm thinking of. When they were first launching it, B. Okay. It's been a long while. The same way it's been a long while since I sat down and watched First Contact. Good movie, by the way. Would recommend. 10 out of 10. No, the Sovereign was already out in space during First Contact. Oh. At least I remembered it was a Sovereign class. Then again, First Contact was one of my favorite Star Trek movies. I have to say, I don't know how humiliated I feel, but I feel very humiliated that I'm getting wrecked by a Miranda class. I have to say, Klingon engineering. If the roles had been reversed, I feel like I would have won already. I'm not joking. I feel as that Federation vessel, I would have already destroyed this.
Forward shield down.
Releasing mine.
Oh my god.
Preparing warp engines.
I regret this ship. Is it sad I missed my T6 already? Which is weird because to Federation was a thing, the Klingons had better ships. Hell, everyone had better ships instead of the Federation, the Earth Alliance. I swear, if this takes me 3 hours to destroy this thing, I'm going to really rethink this playthrough of Klingon. Oh my god. I'm desperate. At this point, I would really use anything if I could get away with it. Here, use this one last shuttle. And yet, at the end of all of it, Starfleet humans had the best stuff, meaning humans were able to do all the tech while all the others stagnated. I know, right? When humanity picks up the ball and everyone else drops it. I swear, I am going a little insano. I have no idea how this Federation ship is doing it. Photon torpedoes. Away.
Starboard rear shield down. Crew to stations.
Okay. Okay, here's the thing. After this battle, get into a Romulan match to leer at your palate for a bit, and either play another faction or something else. No, I am determined I'll get good with the Klingons. It's just going to unfortunately be one of those where, in order to really get a feel for Klingons, I'm gonna have to fail a bit. Trust me, I even struggled as the Romulans. It's just, of course, as you get further down the game's tier, the Romulans tier, that's basically what I've done while playing any Klingon ship, because they suck. I'll take your word for it. Honestly, I'm beginning to think that Muller ship would have at least done something. This ship is a disaster. On paper, it's probably great. So what is the Muller weapon? I know it's like some kind of energy weapon that damages the shields, but I wonder... I'll have to test that. I'll have to see if I have a save before I committed to this piece of garbage. Otherwise, I might have to get used to this garbage. Alright, we are almost out of there. I did not think this was going to be a struggle session. I don't know how photon torpedoes miss, but then again, they miss so much that it's no wonder I don't really dread fighting the Federation as much. Yeah, I am very well aware that that is a defeat. Alright, what have I got? I have... Oh, I still have that ship. Alright, let's go back to before I made that decision. Load. Okay. So this is when I could afford it. We'll test this one out. I'll trade that in. I'll test out the ship. I will not enter Federation territory. But we'll test to see what the Mauler weapon does. I would think it'd be pretty dang good. Going to check what the Mauler weapon is. Is that what the Lyrans have? No, they have the ESG, the Expanding Sphere Generator.
Battle stations!
Battery power, damage dealing. Okay, so... I'm hoping this thing is good, because otherwise, I'm going to struggle. Yes, I am in an inferior ship, but let's find out, because I just want to see what this does. I think, like I said, it just damages shields, so I don't think it misses. Let's find out. Oh, look at the aft shields. That's fine, this is just more testing. Worst comes to worst, I'm just gonna have to get used to my poor choice of a ship and deal with it. I'm just hoping this Muller thing is good. Maybe it's one of those weapons I need to get very close, because I saw battery power. Which D7 was it? D7-1? Yeah, that's what it was that we were just.
We have taken light damage.
Hi! Okay, that's not bad. I see why they did what they did. That's pretty cool. I understand this. Okay. So when the battery power is to maximum, it can pierce through. Holy hell, the Muller looks like the Hydrogen Blaster weapon. I think it might be... Alright. Let's give it a moment. Actually... You mean to tell me that weapon is really good? Okay, well, I know what I'm after now. So, let me get this straight. Hang on. Wait a minute. I'm gonna save this. You mean to tell me the Romulans, in addition to plasma torpedoes, also have access to that thing? God, the Romulans are so OP in this game. I mean, yeah, tell me about it. Fucking hell, Jesus. Alright, well... At least it makes playing the underclasses a bit more... less one-sided. So this one is trash. To the garbage with it in the memory hole. This, sadly, might be the best. This might be a solid build for now. This is... Okay, well, that's garbage. I'm gonna do something real quick, just so that way I can kind of keep in mind for reference of the future. I will not be playing this out, but this is just so I can see. Because I know there's definitely a ship build that has more than just this to it. So that's a D6M. This is an upgraded one. That's that garbage one. Refit advanced weaponry. Aha. New heavy cruiser. Okay, that doesn't look much better. Command. Huh. Damn, really? Let's check on the Dreadnought. I think... Okay, because that's the super heavy carrier. Heavy carrier, heavy carrier. Super battleship. That is the big sad. So, let me get this straight. That weapon is only on the heavy cruiser class. And the most advanced I could get with having that weapon is this build. Because the original build is this build. And then that's just the slightly better cruiser build. Alright. I think I get what might have to happen. Wait. The hell's this? Wow, okay. I know, right? I was hoping it would at least be on something like this. This would probably make sense to have something like that on. Maybe right here, maybe minus this thing. I think that weapon is specifically for the Cartanians. Actually, I think I can change that, right? I know the Romulans have it too, I believe. least I remember their ships having it. Yep, they have it too. Well, I mean, they have that kind of weapon on them more often. Yep, there. This one. My god. The Romulans are OP. God, I already miss playing them. Alright, but that's beside the point. We're gonna have to... Well, I say we, but I'm gonna have to somehow make this work. So, I'm gonna go back, rename this ship. We're gonna call it... Fist, because I can't think of a better name. I guess I could also grab that while I'm there. A D6MK. I don't believe that has been introduced yet. No, that has not been introduced yet, so... I'm gonna go here. Okay, do a convoy raid. D6MK. D6 Mortal Kombat. Yes. Mortal Kombat in space. Alright.
Shields to attack standard. Weapons preheat.
Battery power. Alright. Oh, it's one of those little... Okay. Do I have anything? Oh. Defend me. And there's no overload on it. The overload is its charge. Oh god, okay. Can I destroy this before it destroys me?
Light damage.
What is going to be the major disadvantage of that? It is very underpowered. Yup, okay. That is the problem with this ship. It is very, very undergunned. It's a good ship, but god dang is it undergunned. Okay, so this is how I'm gonna have to do this. I realize I've been doing a lot of safe scumming, and, well, that is my bad. But this is more to check things out. So I think I know how I'm gonna do this. We're just gonna add that. And you're going to just be... Fist. So, we'll just play this a little differently. I almost accidentally hit trade in. I would have been so mad if that had been the case. So the Fist is going to have to be my heavy hitter, and I'm just going to have to roll with the same ship. Fine. Fair enough. Oh, fuck. That's what I was afraid of. Okay. As long as I can deal with the defenders effectively. Can you captain the D67 and have the other ship go in manually? I think what I'm gonna have it do... Let's observe... me in the middle... Observe a tight formation. There we go. Yes. A dreadnought right off the bat. Are you fucking... Oh, Jesus. Okay, fine.
Proposed, Commander.
We're not going to fight in front of the asteroid station. So that is armed with a missile. I want to know what that thing is armed with.
Proposed, Commander.
It might be possible, but it's going to be a bit of a struggle. As long as the Mauler itself does not get hurt. Okay. So this might be doable, but the thing is we're gonna have to really get rid of that little shit first. Yes, that's gonna probably be throwing every single slug it's got. Manually light the dreadnought. I want to knock out the frigate so that way its phasers aren't an issue. Yes, it's gonna shoot at me with all it's got, but I'm also going to be able to resist it. Ow, fuck. What did I get hit with? Ow. Because it's possible to deal with it.
Mine deployed.
Damn it. Okay, Mauler, what are you doing? Oh my god, Mauler. You are free to engage. This is why I had you do what I did.
Shield collapse.
Oh my god. Klingon vessels are shit. I am very well aware. Oh my god, what are they doing? This was why I didn't want another vessel.
Releasing mine.
We have taken moderate damage.
Wow, this is becoming like that situation where I'm just outnumbered. But I'm not only outnumbered, I'm only out fucking... Okay, Klingons are just shit, period. Like, goddamn, I'm really starting to hate how underperforming Klingon vessels are. Like, I hate to say this, but the Klingons, they need a buff. They need a big buff. I know I say this to a very old game where it's probably beyond any kind of patching, but if I had to patch this for any modern audience, I'd at least a ship design of the Klingons that's a little not undergunned. Play a different group. I am committed. I will learn. I'm just not gonna have it be an asteroid assault. The only way to get good at anything is that you just gotta play it until you finally get a feel for it. The problem with Klingons is they are not that damn good when it comes to anything that's behind them. It's possible, but it's just gonna take some learning. Yeah, but there are some groups that aren't good. But as far as the grouping thing, I do feel you there. We're not gonna do asteroid assaults, especially if they're gonna have a frickin' dreadnought right off the bat. No. Madam Learning is gonna help. You'd be surprised. I mean, it's possible to play as a faction that... Okay, look. It's possible to get it down. The issue... Every faction has its issues. Even the Romulans. As I've said, the Romulans... I don't know if I ever said this, but the Romulans are effectively glass cannons. But their big strength is that they punch really hard to where you don't have to really worry about much of a retaliation. No, the Klingons are just crap. Now, I'm not going to dismiss that. They are probably the crappiest faction. I mean, even the Lyrans are better. And the Lyrans have at their disposal at least the ESG, which works if you're close. Alright, see? That's my ally actually doing something useful there. The Mauler as it should have been intended. There we go.
Damage.
I don't think it's worth putting the disruptors on overload. So we're gonna have them just fire faster. god. Alright.
Left shield collapsed.
Oh my god. Fuck. Of course, this could just be a classic case of AI favoritism, too, where the computer favors itself. How the hell are freighters stronger? Not every freighter build is bad, to say the least. It's just the ones that are defending happen to be the better armed ones. The least I need to do is destroy 2 of them, I think, to at least have some mission success. I am wondering what my ally is doing, though, and why they're not really fighting back. Are they really observing a tight formation? I've told you, you are free to engage. Oh, God. Oh my god. Alright. One freighter looks like a carrier is actually pretty nice. That's what would be good. Klingons do at least have fighters. It's just going to be a while before I can even access that. Can you switch between the 2? Yes, I can.
Half shield down.
I can do that at the very least. I think I see how this weapon's gonna work. It's gonna require me to focus some kind of battery on it.
Decoy shuttle ready.
They have taken light damage.
There is one other thing that can be done. Well, no, I meant the one ship you're fighting looks nice. Yeah, that is true. God. I do agree, Klingon vessels are just... They are trash, but we'll find something amongst the trash that is decent. I at least know the Klingons have missile builds. If I have to, I'll invest in a D6DB and just be missile heavy. Which might just have to be the play here. I know, safe scumming once again, but by this point... Alright, D6DB. Here we go. Let's try this one out. Worst comes to worst, at the very least. No. Make that to the maximum amount of reloads we can possibly have. We'll become, like, another faction whose whole shtick is missiles. Alright, we'll do a scout. What was the D6MK? I'm pretty sure something that's pretty damn useless.
Shields to attack standard. Weapons preheat.
Alright, here we go. This looks a little less one-sided. Unless it's capable of shooting missiles down, I think we may have a better chance. Alright, so that thing's heavily armed frigate, but... something tells me not very decent shielding. It was a Muller weapon, I think, stronger than shield missiles. That Mauler weapon is good, but the problem with the Mauler weapon...
Shield down.
Alright. The issue that seems to be the case... Can I? Oh, maybe I can. There you go, have more missiles.
We have taken life damage.
Yeah, don't you know, torpedoes suck. Alright, if I can manage another set of missiles, I think this will be the thing. I don't know, they seem to be hitting better with torpedoes. Alright, here we go. He wild weasels. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know what that bonkers deal is. I feel like...
Standing by.
Here we go. As soon as he unleashes his, I'm gonna unleash mine. Here we go. Now I dare you to somehow manage that. I think what might also be a thing is I know I put the difficulty...
Multiple internals.
There we go. So, that was a bit of a struggle session, but at the very least, I think I finally found a ship that will at least get me some wins. Presuming I'm, of course, not dealing with someone who's anti-missile. The moment anti-missile comes up, I think, is probably going to be the moment there is trouble. Okay, so that's been reloaded. So I only need to do the shuttle stuff. Alright. Let's try to cut into Federation space just a bit.
Battle stations.
So finally a ship that's not terrible, but it's probably not going to be the best. Alright. What do you have? No, horrible Klingon ship. There's no saving them. No wonder why they couldn't defeat the Federation and just became their bitches. I feel that's a little unfair to the Klingons, but then I'm not going to shoot that down. They did canonically lose, so... there's that to consider as well. I just think the thing is, I guess going back to... You know, I kinda slightly take something back. Photon torpedoes, they suck. It's no wonder the Federation had to have, like, 4 banks filled max to them, because the dang things miss. So we're gonna pull a bit of a Romulan strategy here. Never mind. We're gonna unleash everything now. Hi, they wild weaseled. Okay, cool.
Shield down. Stabilizing warp core.
Come on, wild weasel again. I know you're gonna do it.
You're taking hull damage.
There we go. Come on. See, I can do that too,
Stabilizing
Federation.
warp core.
Fire. And there's that pirate vessel. It's all the way over there. No, they became allies to the Federation and basically did what they said. Klingons become regional power.
Repairing warp engines.
I at least remember the Alliance thing. That's all I remember. It comes to tell you how long it's been since I actually sat down and watched Star Trek. The only Star Trek I kind of remember is Voyager, but then again, Voyager was my favorite, so... Alright. What do you have? Okay, you're not that threatening. Man, I remember when playing the Federation on the first game and doing all 6 tutorials and in a refitted Constitution, Battle of Sulu's Excelsior. I would have won except for a Klingon ship. You know, in one of the movies, they actually had to use a Klingon ship. I don't remember which one, but I think it was the one where they saved the whales. Alright, here we go. He does that strat. That's fine. Because missiles at least reload pretty dang quickly. Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home. Thank you. Because you did that, I'm now going to do this. As there's quite literally nothing that is going to stop these missiles from hitting.
We have taken light damage.
Okay, so there's a workaround with this. Missiles will just have to be the play. Granted, I like plasma torpedoes, but it is what it is. I could have sworn the D6MK had both missile weapons and the Muller weapon. Well, let's go ahead and save, and we'll have a peek at it. After I make a repair and do that, we'll check it out again. I think that one was just an anti-missile system, I believe. Trust me, I know. The Klingons could definitely use a better build, as far as I'm concerned, but let's go ahead and have a look. Klingon, advanced. And it's the D6MK. Alright, let's find the D6MK. D6MK. The D6MK. One Muller weapon, which is good when it's full charged. And it has this, the Anti-Missile Defense Type B. Otherwise, it's very similar to the first build, just this thing slapped onto it. Trust me, I wish they took this thing and they slapped it on... What was that interesting build? This build, here, this experimental heavy command cruiser. They could have just slapped that right there. But no, of course they didn't. I mean, I could have just be meddling affecting it. Honestly, there are 2 mods. If I could see it done, I would actually add them. One is being able to refit the ships, like in the 3rd game. And 2, being able to use captured ships. Trust me, I'd probably be going for a Goran ship, catching it, and then, for whatever reason, if Klingon vessels fail, I'd swap to the Goran ship and just use that, since plasma weaponry. Alright, this was the file. Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be very awesome. Alright, here we go. Let's patrol. Or, you know, steal a Romulan ship. The thing is, the Romulans are the allies of the Klingons. Hence, it was why during the Romulan campaign, I hid behind the Klingons and let them soak up the fire.
Shields to attack standard. Weapons preheat.
Oh god. Am I where I think I am? I think I am. On patrol, we are to engage enemy in any encounter and destroy them, if possible. If outnumbered, we are to disengage. Alright, what do you have? I think you actually have an anti-missile defense system, don't you? You look the type to have that. Oh, okay. That's surprising. I'm putting money on it. I feel this is one of those places. No, not that strange phenomenon that shuts my engines down. I feel this would be one of those places for some reason. Oh, hi, you're shooting that. You know what? I'm gonna leave that. No capturing. Hear me out. Let that Federation ship shoot at it. Just kill the destroyer. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. See, because it's not focused on us. That would be a smart play, considering that we are a ship that's, shall we say, not very good in our weaponry selection. And there we go, as I'd predicted. But that's okay, because now I'm about to do this. I'm gonna slowly turn around. Counter deploy. See, they have to be turned around in order to fire. And this works out.
They have taken light damage.
This works out. Yeah, you thought you were making a good move. Ow.
Power cord shield down.
Okay. Maybe I have underestimated, just a
Preparing
tad.
warp engines.
That's fine. I'm still gonna win. So I have one thing above you. I have a better hull at the very least. And a shit ton of missiles. Maybe next time only target with one missile. You know, that might be worth testing that. Maybe two. I feel one they would easily counter. Two, I don't know. Even then, I think I have enough of a reload to where I could get around that problem. But I do hear you on that. Just gotta probably use my weapons more smartly. Current. Done. 3. There we go. I was wondering if I could get my reloads. What does that say? I feel like I'm running out of ammunition. That is just a regular scout. What did scouting involve again? I don't think I have to destroy the ship. Or to cross into enemy territory to conduct a scouting operation. Your sole assignment is to scan as many units as possible. And then you can disengage. You use deep scanners at a range of less than 10 to gather information. Enemy fleet. Okay, well then.
shields.
Could I even do that in the nebula?
Road launched, Commander.
When was the last time you played T-Star Wars Empire at War with mods? Funny that you bring that up. I was actually supposed to do Empire at War tonight, but the person I was meant to do it with had some stuff go down, so... He, unfortunately, could not make tonight, which is why I'm doing this instead. I at least know we were supposed to do not Republic at War. Fall of the Republic. Alright, here we go. Oh, hi. He managed to destroy all of that. Oh god, missiles in the nebula are effectively useless.
Shield down. Right rear shield collapsed.
Oh god. He's gonna now bring all weapons to
Stabilizing
bear.
warp core.
Oh god, you're not gonna make it, are you?
Have taken moderate damage.
There we go.
Scanners off.
Here, we'll deep scan you while we wait. I doubt you're gonna do much. Yeah, the acquired data, we are to disengage. Alright, well. Here, a little parting gift. Hope you don't mind.
Banning wreck.
Well, okay, that works too. You did quite well in a nebula field. Yay! Have you been to Monty B? Monty B, if it's... No, that's Nixus. But Monty B, yeah, that's where I would normally go to get mods for Red Alert, too. And all that good stuff. Let's go ahead, do that, so I can get my reload. I definitely have to say, the missile ship, well, maybe not the best, is at least serviceable. For a Klingon ship. It's at least getting me to end fights, which is good. Because I'm not sure if some of these mods would work for 2. I don't even know if there is mods for 2. I'll have to check that after stream. But if I could find any of those 2 things, I would probably yoink that and probably make a new campaign. Or if maybe at least add to this. Because I know the last mods I saw just add more ship types, but nothing too deep.
Road launched, Commander.
Alright. What are you? Are you the usual class? Yes, you are the usual class. So I don't have to worry about you countering me, so... Let's actually ready that before I engage. I feel that would be a smarter play. What am I doing going at slower speed? I'm a missile boat for... Oh, Jesus! It's that area! God!
Scatter pack shuttle ready.
We've
Fuck.
taken light damage.
Okay. We are, unfortunately, in that situation. Oh god, fuck. No, I want to move.
Shield down.
Okay.
From multiple decks. Right rear shield collapsed.
We're dealing with that situation. Okay. So that's that cursed thing, where it kills off my engines, which is going to suck. So that square has that problem. That is a space station. I don't want to deal with that just yet. I'm not ready for that. In fact, to do that is to get annihilated. Well, one of them looked like it was for 2 and 3, and basically did the weapon exchange.
Battle stations!
Alright. What is this round this time? Like, here's the wormhole. Okay, there you are. What are you? Hi, you are not a Federation standard vessel. You have plasma torpedoes. So you're not gonna just be some simple walk in the park. Let's go ahead, ready that. Go to maximum speed as I can. Well, look at that nebula. Looks like an Eldritch being. Okay.
Scanner pack shuttle ready.
I've decided. Alright, friend, here we go. Have a little gift. From yours truly. Let's see if you do the thing I think you do. Yes! I knew you were going to perform that move. Good thing I prepped that. Now I'm going to get right behind.
You're taking hull damage.
Okay. I want to do something neat. Oi, that was my idea, you little shit. Okay, cool. Well, shit, I didn't get to do what I wanted. Crap. I blew you up before I could even get that idea. Alright. Supply. Resupply. Loads. Do all that. 4. Fully loaded. At the very least, I am getting stuff. What star date am I on? 2273. What is out by that time period? Introduced 2273. Aha! I could get a carrier now. Which would be useful, not gonna lie. Strike carrier. So this is that first experimental one. So I'm gonna put this down, so that way I remember. D6VK. Because I am terrible at remembering specific codes. Load. Shipyard. I think it was what? D6. D6VK, which I am not seeing. Alright. Hi. Okay. See, we're already starting to get some of that stuff. Could I do a mission? Not there. Okay. That's a convoy raid. I don't want to do a convoy raid. Convoy escort. Guess I could do a convoy escort. Hi, alright.
Battle stations.
Alright, so... Freighter. And a heavy cruiser. Was there 2 threats? Let's go ahead, hit to as fast as I can with that. What do you have? So nothing that can counter missiles. Gotcha. So I think I'm starting to get a feel for how this could work. Now, I believe there was a nebula, but I don't even... Sorry, not a nebula. A wormhole. But I don't think I'm at that point yet. And we'll break off, and I will fight this ship. Ready yet another scatter pack. So you're gonna start doing that. You're gonna shoot that. That's fine. I gotta say, at least I've had a little bit of practice with the Lyrans. Okay, I want you to do your thing. Where you shoot missiles. Let's see if you do the response I think you'll do. Yup, you just did the one thing I wanted you to do. Thank you for doing that. Alright, that should give me some time to get behind. And then do this maneuver.
Standing by.
Then unleash another one of those. Here we go. Unleash more! Oh god. Ow.
Rear shield collapsed. Repairing warp engines. Aft shield down.
There we go. If I'm taking some damage, you're gonna take some too. Come on, missiles. Yes. Aha. Okay. And this should do it. There we go. Sadly, I didn't get to do the thing I wanted to do, but I feel that's a lot harder to do for some reason. At least I'm winning battles this time, and I'm not getting destroyed by every little thing. As if by some kind of magic, I just don't stand a chance. Alright, reload me. I need more. Any part that actually has an asteroid field. I really want to fight in an asteroid field, because there's just something funny I wish to do. Something I have not done in a long while.
Battle stations!
It just be me again. That's fine. What do you have? At least this— oh, hi. You have anti-missile stuff.
Scatter pack shuttle ready.
Go ahead and get another one ready for me.
Scatter pack shuttle ready.
Hi! You got that shit faster than I thought. Okay, well, so be it.
Stabilizing warp core.
Releasing mine.
I need a reload.
We have taken light damage.
I think they're out of that stuff already. Damn.
Stabilizing warp core.
Always having that spot.
Mine deployed.
Oh my god. You know what? That's fine. I can tank that.
Repairing warp engines.
Come on.
Releasing mine.
Yeah, I can do cheap shit too, Federation. Alright, that's it. Full speed. Get me as close.
They have taken multiple internals.
Alright, so their anti-missile system thing is now damaged. Which now means they're not going to be able to successfully defend as much. It just means I get to get close and I get to just do this number. Hi, okay. That freaking hydrant phaser, though. Alright, well, that was annoyingly a lot more effort, but it is what it is. Alright, resupply, reload. God. What is this direction? Patrol. I'm surprised I haven't had diplomatical delivery yet.
Shields to attack standard. Weapons preheat.
That's usually the common one I get. Alright. Okay. What are you?
Acknowledged, Commander.
Would not be surprised if you're another one of... Oh, well, that's different.
Scatterpack standing by.
Alright, so you're coming at me with those. Probably more than me, I would think. Go ahead. Release that. Maybe a little early. Oh, but you don't have good shielding. Alright, are you gonna do the thing I think you're gonna do? Yes.
Scatterpack shuttle ready.
Thank you for being typical and predictable. Now we fight the real Salvo. God, English.
You're taking full damage.
Alright. Hit and run. Oh. We're not very good with that. Alright, let's get close. This missile ship has been the saving grace. Alright, you're gonna probably catch... No, you're gonna... I'm just surprised I've not been able to do the one thing I've been wanting to do for quite a while now. Shipyard. No, not shipyard. This one. Done. Alright. Save. No, I've been able to do this in, like, previous streams. What shape is that? The current one I have, I think, I cannot remember from the top of my head. Do we have... No, there is none of that. Fuck. Deep space encounter, I think I'll pass. The surprise reversed patrol. Okay, we're gonna have to patrol. It's a carrier ship. It'll be useful because it'll have fighters.
Battle stations.
Which is going to probably be one of those things that's going to be very useful for me since a lot of the situations I feel... Yeah, that's at least the one thing the Klingons have above the Romulans. They have fighters. And those fighters, they do way more damage than they should. With the surprise one, you could attempt to capture a smaller ship. I probably could, but I didn't think about it. Alright, Raider. I know the thing I'd like to do, but I just haven't gotten the mission so far. That's been the big sad.
Scatterpack standing by.
There's an old trick I actually kind of want to do. I've just not had an encounter that's opened me up to that.
We've taken light damage.
Oh god, we're in this situation. Okay. Yep, I knew it. Alright, so they used that. Alright, so that's that encounter done. For a missile attack, need to use only one missile. I don't know if the missiles themselves will necessarily... I don't know. I feel one wouldn't be enough for some reason, but that's just me. Alright. Resupply. We need shuttles. Badly. I say we, but mainly me. Since it's just my one dinky little ship. Then I should probably give a name now. We'll call you... I don't know. Let's call you Dance. I can't think of a better name for a ship at the moment. Alright. Can I do what I think I can do? Well, it's gonna make me do an asteroid base assault. It's a carrier, right? Yeah, the D6VK is a heavy cruiser carrier.
Battle stations.
Alright, here we go. No idea what the VK stands for. Alright. What do you have? Vicious Killer? Probably. Would that actually work? You are armed to the teeth, I feel. However, comma, period, I feel you're going to also be one of those ships. Miss, miss. Fine. That one hit. Let's unleash hell upon you a little bit. And then prepare full speed. Oh, because you have...
Ready.
Okay. Alright, here we go. We're doing this. Come here. I haven't done this trek in so long. Ow.
We have taken light damage.
Come here. Come on. It's going to be very tricky. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, stop.
Power to engines.
So the oldest trick in the book, I finally managed to do. Yes, I did just take a smaller, inferior ship and ram it into an asteroid. A fun little trick. Fuck, that base has some range. Yes, that base has range. That's all it will have at its disposal. Now, how I'm gonna go about this, I have no idea. But I'll find a way. Alright, bring me close. We're gonna keep getting sniped. That's just gonna be the unfortunate... Oh god, no, stop that. Ow, oh god, ow. Oh fuck, ow. Have you played World of Warships or Thunder? No. I am going to be surprised if I make it close enough. Okay, this base has range, but I have one other thing it does not. Okay, can I make another scatter pack? I think I can. Reinforced shields? Already working on that. It is an asteroid base, so I think all it has is range in those phasers, but that's it. Once I get close enough, which I don't need to be super close, it's not plasma torpedoes I'm dealing with here. Alright. Missiles away! Oh, let me guess. You have the one thing I think you have, don't you? No, maybe you don't.
You're taking hull damage.
Alright. Fire the missiles.
They have taken multiple internals.
There we go. Capture. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be capturing that. My teleportation is garbage. There we go. Why not? It's destroyed. As I said, my teleportation capabilities are garbage. I can only put one mine at a time. Alright. So I did the one thing I wanted to do, which was just... Hi, there's a dreadnought. Alrighty. I guess I must be at that point in the game. Alright, bring that back up to 4. And done. Alright. I'm gonna save here. Can I afford any other ships? Particularly that one class I put down. Okay, what was the K? I think the K was a carrier at least, right? It may not be the best carrier, but it is a carrier. Yeah, carrier. Okay. Why is the D5 so expensive? What was the D5? No, that's a freighter. Light cruiser. I have no idea what makes the D5 so expensive. Well, this one has a mauler. Hell, this one might be even better armed than the other mauler thing. Okay, that's a bit annoying. Alright, well, Anyway, what was that? Strike carrier, just a regular carrier, which I think... No, K did not have that. What I'm looking for is carrier, or it's a V. Gotcha. So if it has V, that's what I'm after. Gotcha. Let's go back to this. Are the DM more stronger? I'm guessing. Anything with V, that's a D6 or a D7. D6K, no. Maybe the planet has it. Oh god. That gray is getting way too close. 70. Well, there's that, but that's probably garbage. Alright. How am I doing? World, galaxy-wise. So it looks like the Klingons are making a bit of an advance. As intended. I'm gonna check one last time. And if it doesn't have what I want, then rip. Well, that sucks. But it is what it is. Otherwise, I pushed a little bit into the... It's V, by the way. D6V or D7V? D7V probably better, but a D6V will do. Because that will give me fighters, which will at least make things, again, less one-sided. The missiles are okay, but I would probably want one ship with fighters. Otherwise, again, it's just learning the Klingons. Otherwise, with that being said, I'm gonna wrap this up. I am beginning to think some things over now regarding the 400 special. I am sorry if I've not been doing that. I know it's been a while, but I will think of something. Otherwise, with that, I'm gonna wrap this stream up here. Yes, it was kind of an annoyance in the middle, but at the end of it all, I finally figured a winning strategy with Klingons. It's not the best one, but it will do. I'm not worried. You'll get to it when you get to it. Thank you. I mean, hehehe. I've been wanting to get to it for a while now. Of course, I wanted to wait, because I know sometimes I lose subscribers and fall back under, and it'd be embarrassing. But I'm a little above now, so I think it is in order. Otherwise, if you liked this stream, like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more content that I put out there. Otherwise, until then, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.